Hey there, and welcome back to Plays Well with Butter. I'm Jess Larson, and today I'm going to show you how to make a treat that I've loved my entire life, my mom's crispy pork egg rolls. Mom's egg rolls are stuffed, and I mean stuffed, with a succulent pork filling that's loaded with veggies like cabbage, carrots, and onions. Tuck it into egg roll wrappers, then shallow fry them a few minutes per side until they're perfectly golden and crisp. Serve them alongside a bowl of Mom's tangy sweet duck sauce, then watch them disappear. They're absolutely restaurant worthy, but so much easier to make than you'd ever guess. You're gonna be obsessed. Every special gathering with my family always involves dim sum. Whether it's a birthday, holiday, or even just a summer evening at the cabin, you'll always find us sitting around the table, nibbling for hours as we laugh, catch up, and enjoy each other's company. At our house, dim sum spreads always include shumai, char siu pork, and some sort of stir-fried noodles, but the star of the table is always the platter of Mom's pork egg rolls. They're golden, crispy, and stuffed with a succulent pork and veggie filling, and that's exactly where we'll start this recipe. First, we'll prepare the pork and veggie filling. You'll heat a little bit of sesame oil in a large skillet or wok, and once it's hot, add in ground pork. Crumble the pork into fine pieces as it cooks, then season with oyster sauce, shoyu, garlic powder, salt, and white pepper. It's pretty simple. At this point, you'll add in the veggies. One of the reasons I love Mom's egg rolls so much is that they're totally veggie loaded. You'll need shredded cabbage, julienne carrot, and thinly sliced onion and green onion. Then you'll stir fry a few minutes just until those veggies are softened, and then you're ready to wrap the egg rolls. Set the pork filling on a work surface along with your wrappers, a small bowl of water, and a lined baking sheet. You can use egg roll wrappers, of course, but over the years, Mom's grown partial to spring roll wrappers, which cook really evenly and get especially golden and crisp. Feel free to use whatever you love most for your egg rolls. Wrapping an egg roll is really simple. It's kind of like wrapping a burrito. You'll place a third cup of pork and veggie filling in the center of the wrapper, then tuck in the sides and roll it shut. Be sure to tuck everything in as tight as you can, and then you'll use your fingertips to brush a little water over the edges and seal the egg roll shut. Repeat until you've got a whole tray of egg rolls, then you're ready to get frying. Rather than deep frying, Mom always shallow fries her egg rolls. It's a lot easier and doesn't require as much oil. Add frying oil to a small skillet, filling it about halfway full, and once the oil is hot, we're aiming for about 350 to 375 degrees, you'll carefully place in a few egg rolls into the oil. It's important not to overcrowd the pan, which results in limp and soggy egg rolls, and that's no good. But you'll cook them 1 to 2 minutes, then flip them and cook 1 minute more until the entire surface of the egg roll is golden and crisp. Transfer the fried egg rolls to a paper towel lined plate to drain, then repeat the process. Now, every egg roll needs a delicious dipping sauce, and my family is obsessed with my mom's duck sauce. It's tangy and sweet and the perfect accompaniment to a savory egg roll. You just mix ½ cup apricot jam with ½ cup sweet chili sauce and a splash of shoyu. Simple. They're so crispy and you get juicy bits of pork in each bite, but all those veggies give lots of flavor, and that duck sauce is just like the icing on the cake. It's so good. So head over to Plays Well with Butter for the full recipe, which includes lots more tips, tricks, and even make ahead and freezer directions, because trust me, nothing's better than a freezer stash of Mom's egg rolls. But before you go, be sure to like and subscribe for more unfussy recipes that pack a big punch of flavor, and I'll see you next time.